You take a look around you. Maybe there's not much going on. Maybe cars are passing. Maybe you can feel a little wind coming through the window. Maybe nothing is happening. And maybe that's enough to be happy. Let's talk about that.
This is a beautiful thought.
Welcome, beautiful thinkers. Let's talk about taking a moment just to feel. So, a few days ago, I left my house here and went to a little cafe nearby where I normally go for lunch, and I sat down and looking out of the doorway into the street, seeing the people pass by, and I'm seated trying to be present of my posture, and I thought, this moment is just really great. And there's nothing particular happening. There's nothing special. It's not one of these amazing moments of my life. It's not a great moment of success. It's not a great moment of failure. There's nothing particular in this moment that's even meaningful in a narrative sense. Like, this moment isn't going to propel my life forward or hold me back. There's no challenge to overcome. In a sense, I mean, if this is a scene in a movie, nothing is happening. All I'm doing is just observing what's going on. It's just taking a moment to enjoy. I've said before that sometimes we can start feeling gratitude by things by noticing their opposites. So, for example, in this moment in the cafe, I can stop and say, there's no violence around me. Nobody is attacking anybody else. Nobody is even getting angry at the staff. And once I notice that, I can feel grateful for that. And that is a doorway to feeling grateful for peace, which is a much more subtle thing. Non-violence is something, all right, violence is something very noticeable. Non-violence, something a little more subtle. And peace, something even more subtle again. Can you notice the peace in this moment? Can you savor the peace? Enjoy the peace? The fact that things are good in a way. Just the fact of not having anybody in your face. Well, it's even hard for me to describe the fact of peace, because it is something so subtle. I guess I don't have the words yet. But there'll be several moments in our days where we can just take a second to look around and say, hey, this is pretty good. Savor the moment. Sometimes when I'm walking around Guadalajara, I just look at the old buildings, some of them old-style Spanish colonial buildings, and some of them, probably built in the 70s or something, maybe not even well-maintained, but there's something charming about it all, and there's something magical about the place where I live, the people that inhabit it, the underlying current of magic, underlying current of creativity that comes from these people, and the warmth of the people, which not always extremely obvious, but it's there. And we could take a moment. If we take a moment, we can notice it and just enjoy it, just for a moment. A moment just to feel. Feel the air on our face, the warmth or the coolness, our feet against the floor, our butts against the seat, the tension in our faces, which might quickly go away the moment we notice it. Let's take a moment just to feel. Thank you for listening, and thank you for taking a few moments today to have a look around, to feel exactly what you are feeling. I'll talk to you soon.
A beautiful thought.
Thanks for listening. Thanks for coming along for the ride. Now, remember, I'm offering cognitive behavioral sessions. You go onto beautifulpodcast.com. You can see the link up the top. If you'd like to hang out with me for an hour, talk about what's going on in your mind. Maybe you're at a crossroads. Maybe you have some emotional difficulties. Maybe you're trying to move ahead with your life to get that extra bit of fulfillment to make things so much more wonderful. Go ahead, beautifulpodcast.com, and have a wonderful day.